What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. For those who are new here, hello and welcome. And for all of my returning subscribers, hey. So today we are doing something a little different. It's overcast and right now it's currently sprinkling outside, so I can't do anything in the garden, at least for right now. So I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys today about some basic I should have known that was going to happen. Let me turn that off and I'll come in. All right, let's try this again. So yeah, that was my AC unit. Anyways, I'm up on my deck, so that's what that is. Anyways, I just wanted to come on here today and share with you guys some basic gardening essentials. Now today we're not going to be talking about soil and things of that nature, but I'm talking about things that you need to actually go outside and be productive in a manner that your skin ain't gonna be burning off, you can keep some bugs away, and you can actually get the job done. So I first want to start with some beauty essentials. I know this is like really different for this type of video, but I think that it's really important. So obviously, most of us are gardening outside in the elements in the summer months, which means that our skin is exposed to the UV rays. Our skin is our first defense, and as a hairstylist, cosmetologist, and makeup artist, it is something that I think is really essential to make sure that you are mindful of when you are putting yourself out there in the elements. If you guys have never been on my channel before, some of you guys may know, but this channel used to be a beauty channel. So to me, this is home to even speak on this sort of thing, and especially incorporating it with gardening. But I always get good compliments on my skin, and I will say it's because I take really good care of it. Outside of just like a really good cleansing and moisturizing regimen, I think it is extremely important to protect your skin from the sun. So this has been a brand that I have used for years. Hopefully you guys can see really good. This is a Cure. They have all types of products, but today I'm talking specifically about SPF for the face. Now, I always use at least a 30, SPF 30. Sometimes I'll go a little higher, especially when it comes to my body. My shoulder, my back always burns really bad, and I do make sure I have added protection as far as my face is concerned. So SPF is like essential. It's the number one thing. Before you even step outside, you need to be thinking about, how am I going to protect my skin? So that is first things first, and this is just an example of a brand. I also link the one that I like to use for my body, which is by the brand Alba. I just forgot to grab it. Next thing, still in regards to skin, is protection for the face. Obviously, in the sun, it is sometimes beaten down on us, and even though we do protect our face with some level of SPF, it is still important to just add a little shade. This is my favorite visor. As you guys can tell, I have a lot of hair, so I can't always wear like, you know, a traditional hat. Every once in a while I look up and find a really good big hat for my big head and my big hair, but something like this, just like a sun visor that I can pop on, is absolutely perfect. Again, it adds that extra level of protection for your face, and specifically for your eyes, because like, you know, when we're trying to block the sun, like we squint our eyes a lot, and you know, we get those gardener lines. And honey, I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to age early, so usually when it's a really sunny day, I make sure that I'm rocking a hat to protect my, not only my face, or yeah, my face and my skin, but so I'm not constantly, you know, squinting too hard with my eyes. All right, so the next essential in regards to skin, obviously bugs. It's the inevitable. It is what it is. All right, I don't know where I was, but we may have to move anyways. I'm using this umbrella and I don't have a weight on the base, which is not very smart, but I really want to stay outside. Anyways, what were we talking about? We're still on skin, bugs. So it is what it is, right? Mosquitoes get at you, the ticks get at you. I like to make sure that I protect my skin as much as possible. I don't like using just a ton of chemicals, but something that I do something that I do in my yard, and as it pertains to chemicals, I do get my lawn treated for mosquitoes because the mosquitoes can be brutal and I can be highly allergic. I'm the type of person that will break out and like have huge whelps, huge swollen, inflamed bumps. Like, it's all bad. So that is something that I treat my lawn for. Like, I know that some people feel a way about putting or broadcasting chemicals on their lawn, but that is the one thing that I do broadcast my lawn for, because the mosquitoes can be really, really bad for me. But if you want to go a more natural route, I do also use a bug spray, and I typically do like a DIY situation, and I use this Bug Ban essential oil blend. And in this blend, there is citronella, lemongrass, rosemary, thyme. Yeah, that's it. So, all really good essential oils. Another essential oil that I would recommend is eucalyptus as well. The bugs kind of deter from that scent also. And what I typically like to do is I'll put a mix of either distilled water or witch hazel. Sometimes I put a little bit of rose water in the mix, and then a few drops of oil and a few drops of the essential oil, and make sure, like, you know, obviously you want to emulsify it a little bit before you spray it on yourself. But I spray this like all over my body before I step outside, because like I said, me and the bugs, we just don't get along. So that is my next essential as it pertains to skincare. All right, so moving away from the more beauty aesthetic, let's talk tools. And I'm not going to name just a ton of tools, but I think that, again, these things are essential to just getting outside and getting things done. So first things first, obviously, gloves. Now, I don't always use gloves when I'm out planting, but there are certain things that I like to use gloves for. So like in the case that I'm harvesting like zucchinis or cucumbers, the stems on those can be a little prickly, and so I do like to use gloves when I am harvesting those things, or even just working with those type of crops, because like I said, my skin can get really inflamed. I can be a little bit more on the sensitive side. So gloves can be essential for that, but obviously you can use them for like your planting purposes, picking weeds even, you know, gloves. It just, I mean, duh. The next thing is an apron. So I usually like using an apron for the purpose of carrying a few tools on me, or sticking my phone in, or my AirPods, whatever, because I don't always have pockets on me. Honestly, I almost never have pockets on me because I'm usually outside in a t-shirt and some leggings, and obviously my leggings do not have pockets. So I like using an apron for that purpose. I have the Root apron here, which I just think is super cute. I like how it snaps in the back. It's very sturdy, and you can also use this to harvest. It's a harvesting apron actually, but like I said, I more so like it because it has like some nice size pockets in here. I actually have something that I keep in here as well, which can be another essential as far as skin goes, because my lips get so dry sometimes, y'all, because I get in the zone, I'm concentrating, and I'm a lip biter. Like, I bite my lips a lot, so chapstick, we'll add that to the beauty. But yeah, the apron, the Root apron is the one specifically, but any apron for that matter. All right, and let's go on ahead and talk about tools. So there are a few things that I always keep on me or nearby. Obviously, you always want to have a good pair of pruners. Mine really need cleaned and sharpened pretty bad. I actually don't know. This is the Corona brand. My husband purchased these for me a while ago. You can adjust the grip by using this dial here. I'll make sure, I'll find a link and I'll link it down below. I really like these. But you can also get like a cheapy pair. Fiskars always comes out with like really cute designs every like spring, summer or whatever. And I do have a set of those as well. And I don't want to, I believe I didn't spend over like $12 for that 3 set of pruners, but you always want to have a good set of pruners. I like having a pocket knife on me. Now this one is super cute and kind of girly. Obviously it's pink, but it has like a little thing on there. It's not an automatic, so like, you know, you do manually have to pull it out and put it back. But I just think having a knife can be really handy for pruning. Again, if you don't have like a good set of pruners on you, you can prune using this. Really good for harvesting. And just whenever you need to like cut random things, you just never know, like cutting a piece of twine, or if you're tying tomatoes, cutting whatever it is that you're using to tie them, a knife is always handy. And then obviously you'll want to have a good set of hand tools. Now this is a set from Fiskars. It's dirty right now, which is why I'm kind of holding it outward from me, but I like these because they're matte black and they're really cute, but they are also extremely functional. These I like to use like when I'm transplanting, if I'm like transplanting out of like you know, a single cell situation. I can scoop it out if I'm having a difficult time. I can, you know, wedge and you know, make a hole just by like rocking this back and forth. This is what this is good for. I don't know, it actually has some measurements on the side. Hopefully you guys, yeah, you can kind of see that, to help with getting your depth correct. I don't always use this for that, but like I said, I like using this like when I'm transplanting seedlings from like, you know, their cells or whatever. And then obviously this is just, you know, your handy hand shovel if you need to dig a bigger hole, a deeper hole, or make a trench, whatever. Love using this. And then honestly, like the trowel has become a favorite recently. So my front garden beds, like where I plant out like my landscape, my flowers and things, that soil can get really compacted because I step on it a lot, which I probably shouldn't, but whatever. So instead of digging or, you know, using an auger or something like that. I don't own an auger. I do own an auger actually, but I don't love it. I think I need a bigger auger. But anyways, I've really enjoyed using a trowel just to loosen the soil up in the areas that I plan to plant. And then I go in and use like my smaller, I don't know what this would be called. I don't know. Somebody help me out in the comments. But I use this again just to dig a proper hole and pop my transplant in. So hand tools, an absolute must. There are a few more things that I would really love to try out, but I'm just not there yet. These are the hand tools that I own. I know there are some really, really amazing, like the Hori Hori tool, which is a knife, a shovel, and spade all in one type thing. I think that would be perfect, honestly. Like, I would love to own one. So somebody listening, holla at your girl, go on ahead and send it my way. But for now, these are what I own. These are accessible to everybody. I feel like they're really, really affordable. I want to say for this set, it was probably also around like $12 to $15 at like my local Walmart or Meijer. So there's that on that. All right, and lastly, I just wanted to share like some honorable mentions. I think having a really nice size watering can be really helpful for fertilizing. So a watering can is essential as well. Even if you don't plan to like hand water your garden, you still will have to do like a fertilizing regimen. And so having a good watering can is key. And talking about fertilizing, I recently had somebody ask me what a good fertilizing schedule or a fertilizer is. Obviously, when we initially plant our transplants, or even if we're direct sowing, you always put like a slower releasing fertilizer in, usually like a granule fertilizer. But I do still go in every other week or so and do a liquid fertilizer just to make sure that the soil is nutrient rich, and just to keep those plants nice and healthy, making sure that they have nutrients accessible to them at all times. And so for that, I go back and forth. Well, I don't go back and forth actually, but this is my first time trying this out, and so far it's been amazing. I usually use the fish fertilizer, which I'll pop a picture up so you guys can see. But recently I have been using the Dr. Earth Pure Gold, and what I like about this is very beginner friendly. So with the fish fertilizer, you do have to actually measure it out and dilute it down, etc. But for those who don't want to go through the hassle of like physically measuring and being fearful that you're using too much, or not knowing if you're using too little, if it's doing anything, etc., this pump situation, the Pump and Grow, listen, it's been really easy. So you don't have to mix this, is what it says on the bottle. No mixing, easy to use, no mess. Everybody knows that has used that fish fertilizer. That stuff is stank, like it stinks, it's foul. So for those who don't want to deal with that, this may be a good option for you. Again, this is by Dr. Earth, and you can literally pump this right where you plan to water your plants in. So it says 1 pump per gallon of soil is a great rule. Obviously you want to shake this up, press the pump 1 time for each gallon of soil in small pots, or 4 to 5 times for larger pots. So that's really helpful if you're doing more so like container gardening. However, if you are like raised bed or in-ground gardening and you need to measure this out in a watering can, it gives you some separate directions. You use 8 pumps per gallon of water. So my watering can, which is over there, and I'm not walking through the rain right now, my watering can is a 2-gallon can, so I will put 16 pumps of this in there. It still has like a fishy smell, but it's not nearly as sharp and abrasive as the fish fertilizer emulsion that we all know and love. But again, I just thought that this was a really good option for those who are more beginner in the garden. Like it says, 1 pump per gallon of soil if you're in containers, but also if you're even in a raised bed, I'm sure like you can probably do 2 pumps around each plant, and I think that will be good. I think that's like good measurement as well. Don't take my word for it. Try it out, see what you think, but I just wanted to mention this as well. All right, you guys, so that is going to conclude this video. I feel like I've gone on long enough. If there are any additional essentials that I can think of, I will make sure to list them all in the description box below. If you guys have some essentials that you would like to share or mention, definitely leave them down in the comment section below. I'm always looking for like some new fun gardening tools. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure that you hit this with a thumbs up. If you enjoy my channel, make sure that you subscribe, and hit the bell notification. That way you're notified each time I release a new video. I thank you all so much for stopping by. I wish you health, wealth, and prosperity. And until the next time, peace out.